Hello everybody, welcome to another daily dose of game news and all that good stuff. And as always, publish on Rumble and I'm on these platforms here. So not much happening. I think it's the quiet part before the storm of everything Games Fest and showcases. It's a little bit quiet there. I don't know because we are in the beginning of June. I don't know, in the second half we might start wrapping up in a lot of stuff because of, I think, holidays, like school holidays and those things. I'm not sure. But this is in Europe in some countries. I think MSI is doing like an aggressive price down on the 6800 non-XT. It's below $400, which is very competitive regarding especially with 460 Ti, because at around this kind of $400 we didn't have like a lot of stuff happening, and I think it's one of the reasons that the 4060 Ti was one of the reasons that the 4060 Ti was put on that price point also. Now we are getting to see some AMD GPUs starting to lower the prices to try to compete at around this bracket with the 4060 Ti, because they still didn't launch their middle range GPUs, because 7600 and these 4060s are not middle of the road. They are supposedly only like entry level GPUs for $100, and in the case of the AMD it's basically 250, give or take, almost now, or 270 at least dollars. So yeah, we need to see some GPUs more cheaper, and at least the middle of the road GPUs in terms of performance. We need to see them maximum like around this price point, or else you're just not even like 2 generations ago we had like high-end GPUs for $600 and then lower end 200, around that price. So yeah, we need to see more price drops here. Its previous generation doesn't have like the ray tracing performance or the AV1 codec, but if you're just playing games, it's not that big of a deal. Especially this GPU is pretty decent, and it's good to see that they are below or around the 400 euros at this price. And the 400, when it's coming, 400 euros is final price, so it's included the taxes here. So it makes a strong statement on. I think they are trying to, of course, empty out their stock on the previous GPUs. And the GD's festival, which is the Chinese site comparable to Amazon, I think that the AMD is going to launch their middle of the 7700s and the 7800 GPUs. I think they are going to launch there. We'll see how it goes. Still, it's not a good market for lower end GPUs, at least at this price point. If you really need to buy them, buy a cheaper one, the most cheap that you can buy. I think even like the 6650 XT, it's a decent one. 7600, it's okay-ish. It's not that good. You got the 6700 and the 6700 XT are pretty decent also in terms of like 1080p gaming entry level. So it depends on the market that you are. There are some kind of, if you look a little bit, there is some decent deals here. This is the only like hardware thing we still are in the hangover of the Apple stuff. I see a lot of Apple stuff coming around news. Doesn't interest me, so that's why it only have like basically this. We got some gaming stuff here. Syberia, which is like old franchise. I never played these games, but I always heard them in the background. They have, like, from what I can perceive, a very good story, and they have several games, and they going to be doing like an animated series. What the prod, supposedly it's a studio is going to handle this. I think they are trying to aim something that is kind of the arcane stuff, how they did the I don't remember the game Arcane. It's I know it's it's here on the title. sometimes I'm not paying attention. The League of Legends game, they made a pretty decent animated series. I didn't saw the series still, but it's on my watch list of animated shows. Yeah, 20 years at least from Syberia. Hopefully it goes well. To try to the more animated series we have that are really good regarding game adaptations, the better we are. It's kind of like the movie thing from comic book stuff. Of course, it derailed a little bit because they wanted to do more than they can handle it, and yeah, the stories now go over the place. But yeah, the better the adaptations we have, the better it is for the community, at least for us, because if we see good stuff coming around, there is a chance that your favorite game might have like a series adaptation on the same universe, something like that. I don't like we already have like remakes for games. I don't like people to remake a game into a series. There's no point on that. For that, you play the game. I think it's a better choice, because gaming, you have, to a certain degree, you can experience the story itself. We got some Capcom figures here. They're been selling a lot. They have a huge library of games and franchises and IPs that they are huge, like the Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and Mega Mans and everything. And supposedly the Resident Evil 4 remake already sold at least 3.7 million copies. This number, I think, it's from 31 of March, so it's almost like 2 months ago, but still you got a lot of here. All the games they launched, we got the Monster Hunter stuff, Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 3 remake, Village, Devil May Cry 5, got a lot of stuff here, and they've been selling good. The Resident Evil remakes have been really good, like remakes on the Resident Evil engine, and yeah, I think that they are pretty good. Resident Evil 4, it will come in a short time, the DLC stuff with Ada Wong, I think. It's good to see that good games have good amount of sales, and with that I always try to, when I see a good game, even if it is like an indie game, I try to put it out there so that they have like good sales, so it can incentivize people. When you launch good games, you usually get good sales, and the other way around also works. Bad games, bad sales. There is the Star Wars Old Republic, the multiplayer game. It's been around for a few years, like around 13 years or so. I think it's might be leaving Bioware as developer per se, and they going to pass through the maintenance of the game to Broadsword Online Games. I think they have like a letter of intent to do this. There must be some business, because there are people at the moment that are supporting the game. They suppose if everything goes okay, they have to go for that studio to work on the game. I think this guy, the studio is run by former Mythic co-founder, BioWare VP, and at the time this studio, let me see, they do a lot of, they do some games, multiplayer games in terms of service, I think. Yeah, I cannot find now. Yeah, Wings of Ultima Online and Dark Age of Camelot. We'll see how it goes. From what I know, this is a good game, a good MMO from Star Wars franchise, because I think they want to, BioWare itself, they want to start, they want to diverge more resources to their franchises, which at this moment it's Dragon Age and this one, Mass Effect. I don't know. We already have some teasers from both of those franchises. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if you're going to have anything from Summer Games Fest. It's going to be a loaded festival of a lot of announcements for sure. But yeah, basically it's very, very, very calm day. No, not much going about it. The only thing we have here in terms of gaming stuff, it's more about Capcom because of the 4th anniversary sale. We got everything from them except the newer games. We got Devil May Cry 5, Monster Hunter stuff. Resident Evil games are all like at least 50% off. DLCs also. We got Mega Man and other games, Onimusha, Okami HD. It's a very good game. It's very revered in the gaming community. I never played this. I don't know why I never got the chance. And of course, the Resident Evil 4 remake is not a promotion because it's like from this year. So I think they will wait a little bit more. Maybe next year we have some deals on this one. But yeah, very good deals. I will leave a link of this page for you to check out. Yeah, my recommendation: Dragon Age, Monster Hunter World seems pretty good. Never played this kind of games, but yeah, the Resident Evil is the one that I caught my attention here for the thing. I played Devil May Cry. I think I played the first and the second one when they came out, like ages ago. But yeah, we got also like. Jagged Alliance free. It's like pre-purchase offer, like 20% off. Don't buy it. Never buy any game or pre-order any game because I'm not in favor of this thing. Even though it can be like an excellent game, I don't know, but don't send a message that you are spending money before you get the product. Don't go along with the promises people make, but still I recommend you to put it on your wish list and wait for independent reviews. Regarding this game, I got an article from Faxter Life. They did a preview like in April, and they have like a video if you want to. I'll leave a link on the article itself. It seems pretty good from what they played on the preview. They didn't play the old game, of course, but it seems very on the path of being very, very excellent RPG turn-based and with a lot of strategic layers. Yeah, I like what they talked about. Seems pretty interesting to me. I put it on my watch list and waiting to see how it goes. And basically, this is it. Not much happening. I will wrap up with my GoGetFundMe. Today I'm really slow on speaking. My brain is not working properly, but yeah, I'm going to wrap up here so I can upgrade my PC to get more content from my private clients and start doing some video stuff for them. And of course, in my free spare time, doing the daily stuff on the gaming side, doing some scripted content to do some deep dives on some subjects that I like to talk about. Resume my gameplay series, and of course probably doing some live streams later. Yeah, and with all that said, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, Kunamy Master out.